Test, test. All right. Let's do some Rust. Close down some of these tabs. What about this PR? I think I finished this already. This is a bunch of broken crap. All right, well, let me finish this up first, and then we'll do some Rust. What was going on with this? Oh, actually, I do have to finish this up. There was a big diff. Oh, and then there's some static problems too. So, all right, well, make vat. I think I'll fix. We'll make go vat maybe. Yeah, I'll fix the static issues first, and then we'll go. And there was a big diff in here that I didn't need. Probably because I screwed up a rebase. Where is it? I think it's at the bottom. Yeah, all this crap. So I gotta figure that out. Okay. Kafka scalar, unexpected return, expecting expression, line 118. Line 118. Default. Boom. That's the problem. Okay. Go vet. All right. Syntax error. Okay, that should fix probably most of it. I wish I had looked at the problem first. Oh well, I'll just have to wait. So that diff also. Gotta check out that diff. Where you at? Blah, blah, blah. Close this up. Close this all up. This is called scale handler, right? Yeah. Okay, so this. What it looks like is they wanted the scalar config created first, and then they go in and do this big if. I think I can basically just, yeah, I can move this up to here because all this needs added is the global HTTP timeout. So let's do that. Scale handler. And that's on just about line 327. Yeah, so one of those, and then we've got our global HTTP timeout is down here, h.global HTTP timeout. Now we've got our this if pod template spec blah blah blah. That's right after the config. So we can get rid of this. So you know what? Actually, I can do better. We can go to the one that's in master, in main. There we go. And is it under build scalars? Yeah, build scalars. All right, so, oh shit. Yeah, here we go. So I can just copy all of this pretty much. Actually, I can copy the entire for loop, can't I? And really all I have to add is that global HTTP timeout. That's it. So let's do that. Okay. Now, boom. Boom. And done. All right, so we're gonna do a go vet and we're gonna do a build, and that should work, I hope. Come on, I hope. Okay. Getting there. All right, it's built. So let's check it in. Simplifying code, bring closer to main. Okay. So going back to pushed, yes. Should be a much smaller diff now for it. There it is. Yeah. This needs to leave too. I thought I got rid of that. All right. Removing obsolete. To do. That's gonna go now. All right, I think we've got everything. It's literally just gonna be, oh, where are you, scale handler? I lose my place every time I refresh. Okay, so we added that. We added the global HTTP timeout here. Name, namespace, trigger metadata, resolve, and auth params. Those are all just differently spaced. And then we add global HTTP timeout, and that is it. So I think we've got it. Yeah, I think we've got it. And there's another PR out there. This one, let me open that in a tab and I'll keep the HTTP one open. If there's any updates on this. So this is all good, just waiting for the final review. I don't think we need the change log. I'll wait for that. Yeah, I'll wait for that. For someone to review that. This one, how is this doing? Yeah, we've got some builds. I'm gonna defer that. I'll just do it on Monday. I'll do that on Monday. Okay. Let's install microcates so we can do some development is a little faster at least. We're gonna switch over to HTTP add-on. Well, it looks like microcates is a snap, so we're gonna do a snap. Fine. Microcates wait ready. Come on. Come on. We're getting there. Come on. I just don't want to develop in AKS so much right now because I'm just going to be going back and forth. So it'd be nicer to just develop locally. Oh, we've got to add it to the group. All right, add microcates to add me to the micro. Oh yeah, okay, I see. I should already own that. Yeah, yeah, I should be fine. Really? Okay. Oh, I got it. That's to get microcates to own it. Maybe. Weird. Oh, on the next login. All right. Hey, Ivor, what's up? I've got 64 gigs. Yeah, 64 gigs of RAM. So this should do it. Yeah, there we go. And close that down. Okay. Yeah, I built this tower. Oh, I think I probably built it in June. Maybe I finished it in July. It's pretty solid. I went back and forth between Windows and a bunch of different kinds of Linux. I settled on Pop, and it's a Debian based. It's an Ubuntu based to be more specific. It works pretty well especially with like the memory usage. So yeah, it's a pretty solid machine. Much cheaper than if I had bought like a Mac or something like that. Especially for the specs. Alright, so microcates. Let's start up status. What? I thought I literally just did this. Shown. I guess I'm adding microcates to the or permissions, ownership permissions. Insufficient permissions to access microcates. Is it the snap bin microcates? Okay, so full execute permissions on that. What are they having trouble accessing? Total access to the kube directory. Well, let's do the old Google, see what's going on. What you got? Oh. Whoa, this was from a while ago. Marked as stale. Oh, okay. Oh, sudo e. Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay, there's no specific group. Access without sudo. Maybe I should just straight up run it as sudo for now. See if it works. There you go. Okay, it's running. Blah blah blah. There's a bunch of plugins, core DNS, blah blah blah. KEDA. Oh, cool, KEDA. Helm 3. I already have Helm 3 installed. Ingress controller, Knative, blah blah blah. That'd be cool to have KEDA in here. Anyway, perfect image registry. That's what I'm looking for. How do you turn it on? Microcates enable registry. Oh, duh. I gotta just keep running it as sudo. Okay. Registry will be created with 20 gigs. You can use size, blah, blah, blah. I don't think I need more than 20 gigs, but maybe. Well, let's... I don't know. I don't know. Let's just keep it with 20 gigs. I'll probably run into this. I'll run into that limit later, but hey, for now, it's fine. Terrifying of commands like chown -r. Oh, you destroyed a server with that? My terrified is chmod because I guess I'm not terrified of chmod, but I have a bad habit of chmod 777ing stuff on like my local machines because I'm the only one that uses them. So I haven't done it on this yet, but I've done it plenty of times, especially on Macs. And yeah, Rocker, I knew you'd like that. What's up? I know, it's so easy to do. By the way, what's up, all? Ivor, Rocker, Dota, what's going on? Good to see y'all. Happy, I assume it's Friday-ish for many of you. Otherwise, it's probably middle of the night. Yeah, they make it simple to pooch a machine. Yeah, you're not lying. So, it's registry is on what? It said it somewhere. Localhost 30,000 or 3,000 or something. The upload folder 7. Nice. I like that. I like that a lot. What could go wrong? Didn't it say somewhere where it's enabled? Maybe I need to disable. Okay. Oh, let's disable it. Disable storage. Destroy storage. Alright. Come on, come on, come on, come on. What could go wrong? You RMRF the corporate laptop. What? The root? Oh, and the user folder. Broke the machine. Just don't use those. Yeah, that's fair. But Ivor, why do you think it broke the machine? Was there some like profile stuff in there that broke it or something? It's hard. It's hard though to, you have to click a lot in most GUIs to like actually chmod 777 something. Try to install Docker when you start consulting and the server stopped working. Restarting would not boot. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, that's a bummer. Yeah, oh, it was managed. Probably some certificate or something, I guess. So enable, and where though? Where is the registry? It's localhost somewhere, but where? There it is, localhost 32,000. Okay, so let's change the make file. And we are gonna, oh, this is KEDA. Ah, when it was all new. Everyone uses Docker. I do. I don't know, Docker's pretty trendy, right? Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, Docker, it is by definition kind of invasive, right? I mean, it uses a ton of kernel features. But yeah, I think it's cleaned up. It's probably what you mean. Yeah, it's cleaned up a lot of the perms that it requires. You teach Docker? Well, there you go. You probably use it. So we need to probably, oh, wait a second. Do we need to log? I bet we need to log in. Let's do this. Docker repo. Localhost 32,000. I'm guessing that needs to specifically be HTTP. And now Docker login. I don't even know if we need to log in. Invalid port. Oh, that's 320,000. Not the right one. Login succeeded. Okay. Okay. There's a lot of WordPress jobs around town. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I haven't done much WordPress. I haven't done any WordPress in years, but to be fair, the stuff I do, I'm in a niche too. I think there's, you know, tech is big, so you kind of, whether you like it or not, it kind of sucks. You have to be in a niche. And you know, it's also kind of hard to move out of a niche. Like for me right now, in the Kubernetes world, it's all Go. So this isn't even that big of a niche, but it's all Go. And it's like, I've kind of seen a little bit of pushback on using Rust, to be honest with you. That's not the biggest deal, I know, but it's kind of like, I want to just expand out a little bit. I think the Stack Overflow, that Stack Overflow survey, it's like 4 or 5 years in a row. Rust is the most wanted language. But I gotta say, if you're not, um, I would say if you're not familiar with other memory unmanaged languages, like if you're not familiar with C or C++, or if you're not really, really well versed in the Java memory model, um, Rust would be tougher. Rust has, yeah, I mean, it has references. So everything's on the stack by default. If it's on the heap, it's shallow copied by default. Um, you can borrow a pointer. Yeah, yeah, exactly. But you don't have explicit pointers. You have explicit heap allocated. Uh, yeah, you have explicit forced heap allocation, but other stuff, if it's heap allocated under the hood, you can know that, but you don't have to worry about um, like multiple writers and things like that. So it's different, but I think you really do have to know stack versus heap, some of the gotchas with double freeze and concurrent access and all that stuff. I think you really do have to know about that because it's like that memory model feeds into the Rust memory model. So, I had to, but I still kind of have to brush off a lot of the stuff I learned in C++ and that life, just because there's a lot of new stuff layered on top of the Rust or of yeah, the Rust memory model layers a bunch of stuff on top of the C++ memory model. Yeah. What do you mean replicated patterns? Yeah, and Dota, I mean, to be fair, you're right. Like any language to really get up to speed on it, it takes time because it's your tool, you really have to know the programming language in and out. Otherwise, what? You're going to have a bad time, right? All right. First of all, let me see if I can just push to the Docker repo. Docker tag r shells, KEDA HDP operator, and then we're going to do localhost 32,000 KEDA HTTP operator. Docker push. There it goes. Will you work? Oh, I see. Yeah, everything's kind of like a reference. Yeah, I mean, I like in Rust how most of the time you don't really need to know, is this a pointer or a reference? Instead, you just can focus on the borrowing part, the efficient borrowing part, rather than like, do I need to deep copy this or not, and blah, blah, blah. It kind of forces you to pay attention to that. I've been learning Go. I have a possibly relevant experience with that. I was working at PayPal a while back. I think this is 2012 or late 2012, maybe 2013, maybe. Um, we were writing mostly Scala, Java, and some C++. The C++ was a mess. Not a, I don't want to talk shit. The C++ was a lot to deal with. Like we didn't use the standard library, the string library in the standard library. It was like a custom built string package by like some of the founders of PayPal because it was before there was a string package in the standard library. It was that kind of stuff we had to deal with. But we had to redo a lot of the like tooling around um, the RPC framework in PayPal. And it was all XML based as the interface definition. And it was written in like an amalgamation of C++, piping stuff to Java. So I had to build a big new feature in it, and it literally took less time to rewrite the whole thing and Go with the new feature. So, it was outside of the critical path, so I didn't have to prove to someone that, Go can handle the request volume or anything like that. Um, And so I usually tell people like, hey, if you're looking to get into Go, find a project like that has a ton of legacy code where you can come and kind of blow it out of the water by rewriting a bunch of crap in Go, and in doing so, improve the code base and learn Go. And there's also a good talk on this. Where are you? So Google Golang DL. What is it? Download server maybe. Slides. Man. Well, I'm not going to spend too much time finding it, but there is a talk by, yeah, let's see. I should use BuildKit, you're right, Ivor. But you know what? Docker will still work, even after the Kubernetes, the great Kubernetes Docker de-Dockerization. So I'm going to stick with it for a little bit, at least. Yeah, Casey, what up, Casey? Good to see you. Hope things are going good. Yeah, it's the presentation by Brad that talks about rewriting dl.google.com, and group cache is part of it. Yeah, so I will search for group cache. Golang presentation group cache. Maybe the slides are linked from here. Maybe. Yeah, here you go. I think. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, this is a good example. Who's asking this? Was it you, Ivor? Anyway, this is a good example of like they took something that was, I actually literally think it was an amalgamation. It's in somewhere in here. There you go. It's a Python C++ amalgamation, and they took it and rewrote it in Go, and it was a lot less code and it was more reliable. So yeah. No one wants to rewrite working code. That's true, but that's why I say it's like do it outside of the critical path. You know, like if it's maybe it's going to be a side project in work, like you know you're doing something under the radar, or maybe it literally is someone you're just telling someone, yeah, I'll fix it, and then you know behind the scenes, if you get it working, get it working, whether it's a new Go service or the old thing. Yeah, it does. It does. You know, Rockerboo, going to Rust made me unlearn Go and think about the lower level, because you don't have to think too much about memory in Go. But in Rust, you have to think about memory and ownership, which I think is a really cool new way to think about it. I really enjoyed that. A local dev group panic. You know, the thing is, Docker is so many things. If you say you know, we're going to get rid of Docker, that could be fine. But if you peek under the covers, and it probably will be fine for most people, if you peek under the covers, Kubernetes has a standardized container interface. Kubernetes put a standardized Kubernetes specific interface, a standardized interface that's tailored for Kubernetes, and it supports it supports basically containerd, which also conforms to the standards under Docker. There's a lot of standards at play here, but the bottom line is I can still build my images with Docker, and in almost all cases, it'll still be fine. And like this case, this is just a process. I just want to run a process, so it should be fine. Strong arming Docker, yeah, you're not lying. I'm not one to play open source politics, though, to be honest. I've been down that road and it's tiring. So, you know, there are technical merits to both. I prefer that a standard, almost like a reference implementation of a standard, is adopted and used, rather than a company that is supporting the standard, because you know the company might have other plans. Now, I mean, I'm talking about infrastructure software specifically. So you know, containerd is a standards compliant, open source, openly owned, foundation owned project. which I kind of prefer to Docker for those reasons. But yeah, company shouldn't be that tied to another company. Well, that's the thing. Docker was Docker at first, and then it got broken down into pieces, and you know, Docker became one implementation of a bunch of standards, which was a bummer for their company because now there's standards and everything gets commoditized. So let's fix the make file to start building this stuff. Yeah, and pushing it to microkates. So Docker repo, put that everywhere. We need to Docker repo. Where else are you at? Docker repo, and repo is going to be that. Okay. Yeah, Docker and Docker. And yeah, I mean Kind solved that. I think Kind solved running pods, Docker and Docker, and ooh, I don't know. Yeah, maybe you know more about that. But honestly, yeah, KCA, to add on to what you said, AKS has had to my knowledge, AKS, the Azure Kubernetes implementation, has been running containerd, or at least had the option to, for a long time. And you know, some people that didn't need Docker for really specific workloads, they could just go and use containerd with no problems. What do you mean by serverless, Dota? So we're gonna do a make Docker push operator, and then we're gonna do a make Docker build operator and make Helm operator. Oh my God, anonymous gifter, thank you so much. Thank you for all of those subs. I really appreciate you. Enjoy your subs, Ivor, KCA, Stupak, and Bokjo. Oh yeah, we got a new emote, right on. An anonymous cheerer. Right on. No, Rocker, that wasn't me. That was an anonymous person. And I really appreciate you, anonymous person. And just for everybody else here, just to be clear, I appreciate all of you. I like to say this after every time someone subs. I appreciate all of you. I don't have any expectation that y'all sub. I'm just happy you're here. I love y'all. So thank you for being here. The subs are a cherry on top. Rocker! Thank you so much again. Thank you so much. The happy sub button. And just so y'all know, I pass on the love. I'm not in this for the money, so I pass on the love from these subs. I go into pretty much every other, maybe twice a week, 2-3 times a week. I just gift subs because I have a job. I'm not in this for the money. I do this as my job, so I guess I get paid in a different way. What was weird, Rocker? I'm a weird guy, so maybe. Oh, it lets you announce your gift sub. Weird. Anyway, I appreciate you. Not weird to me. But speaking of the serverless, I'm on a tangent. I love tangents, especially on this Friday tangent day. Speaking of serverless, didn't Lambda? I saw an announcement that Lambda supports the Docker format now, which is kind of cool. But yeah, that's true for a continuous load. Yeah, exactly. AWS Cloud Run. Maybe one day Azure will have Azure Cloud Run. That'd be cool. Arshals and tangents. What did I do wrong here? Docker build, localhost. Oh. It's because of this. There it is. I'd go the EC2 route for continuous load, but that load has spikes. So you can combine, well, on any Kubernetes, like, so, you know, I'm big on Kubernetes. So any Kubernetes, you can combine continuous load and burst. So whether it's, you know, you architect something to go into Cloud Run, or you can use something like virtual kubelet, which is a project I was tangentially involved in. But this lets you burst out of Kubernetes into something that looks like a kubelet on like a virtual node. So like, you know, AWS, Azure, even like Nomad, other stuff like this. KCA, you know how to describe this better than me. Like the power grid, yeah. Exactly. All right, so what did I break now? Docker build T, blah, 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 blah. Invalid reference form. I might need to get rid of the HTTP. There it is. You know, I found out where I live. Where I live is near the Dallas, where like that Google data center is. I think there's maybe other companies have data centers near there too, because they have a lot of hydro. But same for residential, same thing. A lot of the power comes from hydro and some wind, and then it bursts out to, I think some of the burst power is bought from Wyoming, I think, which is like coal fired or something like that. It's the same thing. It's like you've got your set capacity, approximate capacity, and then if you need to burst out, you burst out. And that spins up and down pretty quickly. Okay, so am I talking to my microcates? No. Okay. So how do I do that? Does microcates have an easy way to do that? Microcates kubectl. Oh shit! So I can't use K9s for this. Oh no, there's got to be a way. We got some bad actors. Let's ban them real quick. Do I want to become famous? Yes. Of course. What's reactor poisoning, Dota? Thanks, Rocker. Yeah. So I need to get microcates to write what I needed to do. I wanted to put a context into my kubectl so that I don't have to deal with, or so that I can use K9s. Add node, join, blah, 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 blah. Let's see what they have to offer. Add node, DB control, disable, join, Juju, blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, it's an Ubuntu tool, that's right, okay. Remove node, reset, start, status, stop, inspect. Nice, grew up in a power station, that's rad. Reactor poisoning, ooh. Looks like a nice light read. Bookmark that. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, wait. Using sudo in every interaction may be annoying. I see it, I see it, I see it. Providing your own kubeconfig file. if we point it to a kube config file, it will not use, ah, that's it. Okay. Okay, well, there it is. Rev parse, that's me. All right, cool. So we can do one of these. That's that. And we've got our namespace, I hope. Container registry, no. Why are you not? Oh, that's because the Helm deployed to AKS. Now it should deploy to the right place. Shouldn't it? There it is. Creating. Oh, I see what you mean by the phase thing. Is that related to the poisoning thing? Container creating. Error. I bet I put down the wrong. Successfully pulled, pod. Cuba does not have cluster DNS IP, blah 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 blah. Using cluster first policy. Let's just figure out how to turn that off. Or do we need to figure out how to turn on cluster DNS? I bet we can just do it like this. Come on, come on, come on. I wonder if this live updates. Maybe not. $150-ton diesel gensets twisting. KCA, it sounds like you have good stories. I need to see the logs. What's the error? No. I just want to see the logs, man. Well, okay, at least it starts. So let's go and just comment stuff out. Honestly, I just want to see that. Because... Oh. Why is this like this? What's it saying? Result must be used. Nice. Solar car before we were 8. Right on. Yeah, is programming anything but shouting at computers? Is it really engineering? That's why I always wonder. What up, Bokcho? Yeah, you got an anonymous gift. What I think we should do here is leave this as it is, comment this out, and then, yeah. Okay, so if we build this, then at least I hope we'll see one of these log lines. You know what, actually, before we do anything else, let's just straight up do this. And then I'll just comment out the rest of this stuff. There we go. Yeah, computer engineering degree. Yeah, that's... I mean, computer engineering, that's, you know, like building computers, that stuff makes sense to me. That makes sense why that would be a thing. As in a thing, as in computer science. I mean, engineering. Ah, I can't talk. Oh, let me do this. Some of them. Oh, are you Dota, are you in Canada? Or do other countries get the ring? You're gonna be on a TDD site. Nice. Canada, yeah, nice. We don't get the rings in the US. I haven't seen anyone get... No, I'm not Canadian. I have a good friend who's Canadian. Went to University of Toronto. And then he always talks about the ring as pinky. I don't know. Maybe they do. Later, Ivor. Good to see you. Have a good weekend. Okay. Error. Why? What happened? I didn't even create the client. I literally just want to print. I think I can do that. Maybe this is going to be what I need to do. I just want to print and die. Oh, no. That's what I want. Unreachable. That's fine. I just want to print and die. And I'll print in here. The bridges that cause what? Oh, the Tacoma Narrows, is that? Yeah, Tacoma Narrows Bridge. We always learn about that. I don't know if you do too. There's a secret ceremony. Nice. Why? Why are you erroring? Oh. It immediately goes in the crash loop back off. Let's helm delete. I'll put a helm delete into the make file. Let's helm delete. Delete operator. Helm delete. Namespace. Oh, did I delete the namespace? Weird. KEDA HTTP. KEDA. Oh, that's what I did wrong. Okay. KEDA HTTP operator. All right. Be good to teach those risks. Yeah, I agree. Those, what did I think we learned them in physics or something. I mean, technically, yes, you can do, well, you can't do everything. You can't do everything in Docker that you could do in a makefile, but you could hack, I think you could hack almost everything into a Docker file, but it would be so inconvenient. I would, like, I just use a makefile as like the shortcut to run commands, basically. I don't use any of the actual file aspects. I don't, like, that's why I mark everything phony. I just use it as a shortcut. Yeah, exactly, Casey. I use phony for almost everything because I don't want to use it. The dependency update stuff. It's literally just a shortcut for me to run commands. KEDA HTTP. There's no pods? Why? Something is weird. I've got the Friday. Okay, make helm operator. So release helm KEDA HTTP operator. Helm ls Okay, it's running. Got my pod. Just did an interview coding. Nervous something's broken. Yeah, trust yourself. Or you could write tests if you're like me and you don't trust yourself. So like this. Why? What's broken? What did I do? Is there something in the Docker file? Well, you know, let's take advantage of the Docker file. What did I name it? Docker build operator? Docker build operator. Docker run. Localhost. Localhost, is it 32,000? 32,000. KEDA HTTP operator. Okay, that's working. I see that. I see you, Rust. All right. No. Oh boy. I broke everything. There we go. I have to delete my tmux session. Is it remove session? No. They don't have the commands either. There's a tmux cheat sheet. There's a way to do this. Is it tmux rm? Maybe. No. Kill. All right. Okay. So literally, okay. We catch up on chat. You weren't sure you could do it in time. There was a penalty for half finishing. Okay, that's fair. I mean, for prototypes, I don't write tests either. Long-term project to manage the test process at work. You want to ship partial test cases to the people trying it. Yeah. We used to do that for a project I used to work on. We shipped Docker containers for tests along with each release. Infrastructure tests. Yeah. There's a lot of different kinds. Really, not all of AWS is in CloudFormation. I did not know that. That sounds like a nightmare. An absolute nightmare. So, I literally just want to do this. Okay. Unreachable, that's fine. Let's like force a Docker rebuild. 50-50 if it's in Terraform or CloudFormation. Wow. Wow. I didn't know that. I thought that was like a launch requirement for them. I would have thought at least. Okay. So it's pushed to their repo, to the microcates repo, make Helm operator. Okay. So it's in crash loop back off. Actually, I have another idea. Just to be absolutely sure. Let's tag it. we're going to git sha equals git rev parse short head. Okay. So complete image name equals Docker repo KEDA HTTP operator git sha. So now when we do it, we're going to do this. Complete image name when we build, complete image name when we push. And now we have to break this up. Image tag, blah, blah, blah. That's going to be git sha actually. Now repository is going to be Docker repo KEDA HTTP operator. Okay, so we have a tag now. We don't need to, well, let's just delete it anyway. Who cares? Make Docker build, Docker push operator. What's going on here? Docker build operator. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's complete image name? Docker repo. Let's print it out. Building, oh look, there's a colon at the end, really? Git sha. Really? No. Why is there a colon at the end? Huh. Oh. Let's print out the git sha. I must be doing something wrong. Git sha is the, there's a way to do this. Makefile execute command. Is it a shell? Oops. Do you, maybe it's backticks. Let's try it now. There it is. Okay, backticks. No, didn't work. So why did it build? Very weird. That's the tag? No. 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 The CloudFormation team finds out when the product is announced. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, difficult. Yeah, I mean, other clouds do this fine. I know Azure does this. I'm not going to say all the time, but almost all the time. We have Azure Resource Manager. It's the same idea. It's a check. It's on the checklist for launch. So I don't know. Just saying. Domain-driven design. Nice. Many of you read Structure and Interpretation of Computer Programs? I'm working on that one right now. Philosophy of software design. I'll put that on my list too. Let me write that down. I'm always looking for a new book too. Oh, there's a book. If anyone's interested in Go, I think there were a few people there. Building an interpreter with Go. This book. It's a great book by a really good programmer. This guy's name is Thorsten. He got in big time into language design, and he built a tiny little language called Monkey. I bought the book a while ago. It's pretty good. He does the whole interpreter, builds it all in Go, and it goes over concepts and all this kind of stuff. Okay, so there's something I'm missing here, and I think I can probably find in Athens how to do this. Probably. Haha, maybe. Shout out. Bleh, of course. Of course. That's what I'm missing. Did it work? There it is, yes. It worked. Okay, I can get rid of those logs. Can delete those after this is done. Philosophy of software design. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. While we're building, let's check it out. Software design. Decompose complex systems into modules. Nice. Red flags that identify design problems. Sounds good. Cool. I like the cover too. This is a good book. Clean Architecture. I love this book. You know what? It's worth 22 bucks to add to the Kindle. Nice. Can't add it to my cart though. I have to pull the trigger. Now, I already know how to do that too. Clean Architecture. Come on. There you go. You're done. Oh yeah, you got interpreter, the interpreter book, Dota. Oh, what? It's running now. All that work. All that work. Nice. Helm operator. I thought there is one. Oh, I don't need to do that. Okay. Container creating. Running. Okay, so let's iterate now. Let's iterate now. So we're gonna go back to async. Okay, starting up, no more loop. All right, let's see if that works. Cool. What was 10 bucks on Kindle, Dota? Oh, of course. Of course it's gonna yell at me. Oh, these are only warnings. Okay, unused. I get it. That's fine. Okay, so delete you, start you back up. Completed. Okay, so it's probably something to do with Tokyo then. That's my guess. Do we need? Yeah, we need to wait. Let's see what happens when we Docker run it locally. Let's go find the image name. You know what? I always forgot this. Can I just run the image like that? I think I could run that as the image. Oh. Okay. Maybe I can't. I thought you could. It's content addressable. Okay, that works. Where we torture you with Vegemite. I haven't had Vegemite. I tried Marmite. Couldn't do it. It was brutal. Couldn't do it. Is Vegemite worse or better than Marmite? Okay, so it's broken on Kubernetes. Why? Oh, it's not broken. It just stops. Okay. Okay, fine. So let's go down and do this and this. So we'll create the client and then we'll loop forever. Alrighty. Oh, Dota. Oh no, that was Rocker just moved, right? Rocker, you doing something with boxes. Okay, I get it. That's fine. Okay. Nope. That's not what I wanted. Shut you down. Container creating. Starting up. We're good. Okay. So, let's close you. So, we're in business. We're getting better. Okay. Set a namespace. We're hard coding for now. Make it an environment variable. Create the CRD. We'll go all the way up to that point. And then we'll loop. Oh, I'm almost ready for the weekend, man. Oh, I'm going to look at this book too. Data Intensive Apps by Martin Kleppman. I think I've seen that. I've read like something that sounds like that. Yeah, I've read this one. This is a good book. This is where I don't know. I didn't really get my start with functional programming with this, but this has kind of pushed me towards it a little bit. Yeah, Dota, if you I mean, if you want to drop a link to the course, go for it. All good. Jitter D. Right on. Nice. Automated refactoring. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I used to do that. I used to love that in IntelliJ. They have it in Goland too. IntelliJ is pretty solid in terms of, well, IDE stuff in general. I love them. Nice. Very cool. Thanks for asking, by the way. I appreciate you. Go as it built. You know, I haven't read the Google SWE book. I should read that too. It's my New Year's resolutions already starting. But you know, that book, Structure and Interpretation, I wish they had made us read that in college. Nice. Documentation chapter. Nice. I could always do better at that. Okay. Creating. Are you going to break? You're going to break. But you won't give me any logs. What happened? Just straight up? Yeah, you won't give me any logs. Bummer. Alright. So it dies. What if we did this? And why is this breaking now? Oh. Because of this. And we can't do that anymore. Now we... Probably this is fine then. I think this is fine. Because we're not going to return it anymore. Okay. Okay. Dota, have you done the papers we love? It's like meetups around the world. Rust for the HTTP stuff. I'm actually not doing Rust for any HTTP stuff. This is only a little daemon process that runs inside of Kubernetes. Oh, is this broken? What? Oh, this is broken too. Blah. Okay. This is going to be a little bit more complicated to debug this thing. Yeah, check it out. Papers we love, Dota. Just Google it. It's kind of like a book club, but for white papers. It's pretty cool. So we're going to have to do this a little bit differently. So, we're going to do this. Why is this messing with me? Well, whatever. We're probably fine. Match client, and then OK client. Create clients, and that is our error. And that's what we got now, I guess. We'll see. But yeah, Bokjo, I've seen some nice Rust HTTP server libraries and client libraries. I did build a CLI actually. Actually, I take that back. I built a CLI with an HTTP client, mostly because I wanted to learn Rust. Secondarily, because it turned out it was actually a lot easier to create an HTTP, a CLI in Rust than Go, especially like a complex one. These are the commands, whereas in Go you have to define a bunch of different structs. So that was that. I mean, the code's a little bit more, intense than Go just because Rust's more complicated, but it was a good experience. But I've never built an HTTP server in Rust. Yeah, Dota, I mean, these days, obviously, they're on Zoom. But I think there were a bunch of them before that were also on Zoom. In the before times. Make build operator. What's broken? Something's broken. Mismatch types. Oh, I needed to await. That's what the problem was. In the land before March. That's right. The before times. Maybe we'll get back to the before times or something looking like the before times in the next. Maybe that's everyone's New Year's resolution. 2021. Get rid of COVID in the world. I don't think COVID's ever going to go away, but maybe it won't be a factor for us in terms of our everyday lives. What did I do? Comma chameleon. Okay. I think that's the right thing. Yeah, Bokcho, I couldn't either. I mean, as you can see, we're still in create Rust land here, trying to debug compiler issues, but I'm starting to wrap my head around it just because of that. I built that little CLI. That was a low, kind of a low impact way to start. Oh, the EU says back to 2019 lows in 5 years. Yeah, you know, flights are the one of the most finicky things, I think, when it comes to this. I actually heard that cruises are starting to sail out of Singapore, which goes to show you how far ahead Singapore is from the rest of the world. Oh yeah, Bokcho, congrats. Congrats on that new job. Good way to start the year, right? I remember you were were you looking for a new job? Maybe last week or 2 weeks ago, probably? Mismatched types. What line was that again? 74. I don't need to have a type come out of that though. Maybe there's a difference between with and without braces. How about now? Yay! There is a difference, I guess. Yeah, nationalization ain't happening for airports in the US. Well, maybe. Never say never. But, yeah. Nice! January 1st. Starting the job. That's awesome. Yeah. Okay. So it built... Oh, nice. So did they make you... They did not make you relocate then? Time to get up and stretch. I'm not going to get up, but I'm going to stretch. Stretch. I should change that because I never want to go up. Get up. No! Nice. You accepted a local offer. Right on. Why is this broken? Oh, that's just a warning. Okay. I know it's a I know it's broken, y'all. Rust compiler. Okay. So this should log what's happening. No logs are available. Failed creating CRD. Okay. Oh, schemas are required. Okay. Okay. The one that you're looking... Oh, Dota. Okay. You'd be remote. It's in the US. Okay, right on. So we need a schema, and that's going to be in here, and CRD's API custom resource definition. I'm guessing API all. So that returns expose the same interface as API for controlling scope for blah blah blah. So this is a generic API, and we are scoping it just to a CRD. Metadata spec. The spec is what? Okay. All right, so the spec is what I need to change. Custom resource definition, patch, the YAML, scaled HTTP app CRD. Huh. There's no spec. I have to access the spec somehow because I bet the scheme is in there somewhere. Hey, G Bound, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Your boss gave you an employment contract that spanned longer than your period of employment. Oof. On the one hand, maybe you can get paid for not working. Yeah, on the other hand, yeah, that. All right. I wonder if there's some Rust code out there in for what is it called? Rust, Crustlet. That's what it is. That creates CRDs. I doubt it. Let's do this. Custom resource definition. Okay, good enough. Oh, you have obligations greater than when he paid you. Oh, he's paying you for like actual work deliverables. Yeah, I see. Yeah, KCA Crustlet's how I learned Rust and how I got into it. Rust create custom definition. Okay, so this is an API we get back. All. So all, we call all. Namespace, so all is, we have to call that because custom resources are not namespaced. Let's do a search here. Come on. Custom resource. Foo new, blah, 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 foo spec. Oh, wait. Okay, I need to figure out where the schema is. Because there's a schema somewhere in there, and I need to figure out where. Okay, here we go. Custom resource definition. Spec, versions, names. Where's this? There it is. Group, versions. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I thought that KCA, what you said, like I thought there were, in some countries there are a lot of laws that say this is the only thing that can last beyond. I know in California there's a law against non-competes. Yeah, except for severance. NDAs, I mean, at least in the US, companies can come after you for violating NDAs. Bulkjo, are you talking about this, like the evacuate thing? Or are you talking about Go? You're probably talking about Go, huh? So the Go, the standard Go plugin by Google has that. It'll show the params as you type. Seattle, I think Washington has does not have anti-non-compete laws, and yeah, Amazon has done in the past has done some things that have been not great. Yeah, California does. Okay. Yeah, so Bokcho, this is the straight up Rust plugin. In terms of Goland, I don't know much about Goland, but I think I'm sorry, I don't. You're asking about VS Code, haha. So I don't think in the standard Go plugin, VS Code supports automatically showing this. But if you hover, imagine this is Go code. If you hover, it'll show the function and show exactly what the return value is. Well, sometimes it'll go to arbitration though, from what I've heard. Um, there are some tech companies that are not putting forced arbitration in their contracts now too, so not a thing, I guess. The chilling effect doesn't require pushing it through. Yeah, yeah. All right, where is my spec? My schema, not my spec, I guess. My schema. So we've got our scaled HTTP app. We got to figure out then how. Oh. I probably have to just write the schema in. That's probably what it is. So spec needs to be group, versions, blah, blah, blah. Okay. All right. What's happening here? There we go. Man, the Rust plugin is chugging. Okay. So pub group string docstar s. Oh, do I have it over here? Not the controller. Okay. Custom resource definition, API all, delete. I don't want delete, I want patch or create. Okay, I think I'm on my own then, probably. Oh wow, but okay, the professor, he signed a non-compete to not do whatever without any limitations. That's maybe he was getting paid a ton, but otherwise I don't know if I would have signed that. Personal, that's a personal preference though, of course. One last check. Rust, Kubernetes, custom resource definition. Okay, we already have. I already read that. I already read that. No, I haven't read this. Just looking for something that will make it a little, excuse me, a little easier. Not that. Operator kit written in Rust. Okay. Okay, is this good? Pod, blah, blah, blah. Handler. Will this deal with custom resources for me? Okay. This is going to create a pod. I don't want to create a pod. I just want to create a custom resource. Okay. Okay. Oh, I read about that, the Brian Hall thing. Yeah. Yeah. You were willing to not take the job over it. Yeah, it's just business, you know? Alright. What is this? Meta controller? Oh, this is Go. Alright, we gotta make our own, I guess. Wait. Linker D. That's another one. That's really the last one that I'm gonna look at, because their thing is written in Rust. Is it router? Scala? Maybe it's under like 2.0. Yeah, there we go. This. Here we go. Does this have anything related to Kubernetes in it? I don't think it does, but we will see. Proxy, app. Nope. All right, I'm just building my own. Whatevs. All right, so we are gonna go with this. Pub struct scaled HTTP app spec version name pub name is going to be a string. Pub storage is going to be a Boolean. Versions is going to be a vec of scaled HTTP app spec version. So now we can move this into there. Okay. We've got our name. Oh, we need a served. We got our storage, and now we've got to make up a schema. Okay. All right. A lot of local companies get fizz buzz. Nice. Later, Book Joe. Have a good one. Enjoy your weekend. All right, so the schema now, we have to have a pub struct scaled HTTP app spec open API. Okay, so I think there's a cert derive way to rename this. That might be in the kube world. Oh wait. Man, Brave, you are killing me. Oh, it's up here. All right. Now, Are you... Custom resource definition. Okay. Spec. Names. Conversion. Versions. Okay. Oh, okay. This is what I wanted. So I don't know. I might want to get away from this then. Because I don't know if I can create the spec for it or what. But yeah, maybe I need to check out Kube. How do you check out the macros? Derive macros. Root object containing your spec and metadata. This root object with the blah blah blah. Okay, can be used with Kube API. It will generate the CRD at a specified API version. Group version kind, API extensions, namespace, static, blah blah blah. Now, where is the schema though? Ah. So, I see. They have an open issue. Does not create the required schemas field. Yeah. Shit. Shit. Yeah. Oh, they just... Oh, okay, I can do that. That's easy enough. Okay. Fine, fine. Okay. Name is scaled HTTP object .keda.sh. Group is going to be keda.sh. Scaled HTTP object. Object. Okay, plural and singular. Scope is namespace. Versions of v1. Served. True. Storage. True. I don't know. Properties. Okay, it's an object. Properties. Spec is an object, and then there's going to be name, image, and port. So name is going to be a string. Image. Port. Integer. Okay, easy enough. And, whoops, gotta delete that. Required is going to be all three. Okay. So I think this will do it. And now down below, we can delete all this stuff. I'll put a link to that image, that issue too. And we can't just... Okay. Oh, actually, I still need that struct. The first struct. I think I still need the first struct. Get rid of all this stuff. Yeah, I think I still need this. I need to figure out later how to actually decode to that. Okay, now. Insert YAML from string, unwrap, okay. Now let YAML equals C scaled HTTP object CRD spec. We can get rid of this and this and this. Boom. Let's try it now. Whew, we're getting there. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Okay. Oh, it broke. Ah, okay. No scaled HTTP app in CRDs. Oh. I probably need to keep that, actually. And to keep all those macros on it. Okay. Keep that as is. Once again, we'll put that comment back. For why we need this. Hey, later, Dota. Good to see you. Okay, and now straight up just do this. Let YAML equals copy that. No. Okay, so that should do it. Make build operator, that shouldn't fail. Good. Okay. You can do it. Come on. Come on. You can do it. It's weird. I didn't... Oh, okay. It picked up again. That's just the warnings, right? Yes. Okay. So, let's break you. See if you created the thing. Error. Invalid map type, index 11, line 2. Uh-oh. I think it's talking about app source series model S line 66. Yep, that's here. It might be like the indenting or something. Just to make sure. No. Okay, make sure everything is indented right. Okay. Now let's build it again. You got it. Come on. All right, this is gonna be the last one. Then we're gonna raid somebody. Cross your fingers that it works. Okay. Oh, it bailed. Blah. Something it did not like about our YAML. It really didn't like something about our YAML. This time, though, I'll do one more thing. One more thing. So we're gonna do... I don't need a case. Okay. Cool. All right. expects a kube error. Error. I don't know. Just something. Dynamic resource. SSL. Yeah, we're going to do error. What's the problem? Oh, wait. There is a CERD thing in here. I think there's a, yes, CERD error. Okay. Ah, it's a CERD JSON error. How do we do this? We can do it differently, I think. Oh, you can't have an async closure. Async non-move. How about that? No. Oh, I'm missing something here. Okay, we're gonna put the YAML in a new file, and we'll have a function that returns it. Oh man. Whew. Okay, so there's going to be a result back U8. Okay, so also we need to do Rust error standard library. Oh, actually, no. CERD YAML. It's going to be a CERD error. Okay, so we're going to bring in CERD YAML error. Okay. All right. So now let's CRD YAML equals CRD YAML scaled HTTP object YAML. Okay. Okay. No case statements. I forgot about that. Just want to print out the error. Error decoding. Scaled HTTP object YAML. And we're going to just return unit. And we're all good. Okay. Whew. Okay. So now we can take in the YAML. CRD is going to be vec u8 await what's wrong here? So actually, let's go back to this. Okay, we gotta pass in the CRD here, and then there's the client. What's wrong with it now? It takes, no, okay, that thing's just, it's this again, okay. Whew, patch. CRD is evacuate. This takes in a standard library vec. Let's find out what type that is. That just returns a result. Okay. But it's async. Okay. So patch res. Something's weird with the Rust plugins, so let's just do build operator and see what happens. Okay, 2 errors. CRD YAML re-imported here, mod rs line 2. Pubmod. Okay, one error. Expected standard result found, blah blah blah, custom resource definition. Try using a variant of the expected oh. We question marked it. We can do that. That's what we need to do. Okay. And I saw this. Oh, and this. So that should be use CRD and then : YAML. Did I get this right or wrong? I got this wrong, very wrong. Undeclared type or module CRD. Oh, it's CRDs. CRDs YAML. Okay. Well, we can take care of line 67 for sure. Okay. Pubmod YAML. Is that how you re-export? Pubmod run, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Operator CRDs. Oh, we probably have to do the full qualified path, I guess. Okay. The trade convert from error is not implemented for cube error. That should be fine because this is a surd error. So we have, that's right. Third error, JSON error, line, column, blah, 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 classify. Can I convert a YAML error to? A JSON error? A surd JSON error. We can convert it to a string. Let's try that. Kube error, dynamic resource. 2-string. Okay. For now. Okay. We're actually going to leave it at that. And I'll commit this in a second. Let's find someone to raid. And let's raid Melky. I like Melky. Let's raid him. All right. So I will be back Monday with Jennifer doing Advent of Code with Go. 11 a.m. on Monday. So I will hope to see you there. Hope you all have a great weekend. And peace.